Hello everyone, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in AAA Department, working in ISL Engineering College. So today's class we are going to see about equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor. So previous classes we have seen construction of single phase induction motor, its basic principle, and we have seen about uh, double revolving field theory and cross field theory, and why single phase induction motor is not self-starting. Okay, so today's class we are going to see the equivalent circuit of induction motor. So equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor can be obtained by two methods, that is by double revolving field theory and cross field theory. So first the equivalent circuit is developed on the basis of double revolving field theory when only its main winding is energized. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are obtaining an equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor on the basis of double revolving field theory, and here only main winding will be energized. Now let us consider a case when the rotor is stationary and only the main winding is excited. Okay, so we are exciting only the main winding. Rotor is stationary, so motor will behave as a single phase transformer with a secondary short circuited. Okay, because already we have seen the comparison between an induction motor and a transformer. So three phase induction motor we have seen. So single phase also, it is also like transformer only, having prime instead of primary and secondary windings. Here we are having stator winding and rotor winding. So what we are doing, we are considering a case when rotor is stationary and main winding is excited. So main winding is nothing but stator winding. So stator winding we are exciting and rotor winding is stationary. So now it is behaving as a single phase transformer with its secondary short circuited. So equivalent circuit diagram of single phase induction motor with only its main winding energized is shown below. Okay, this is the values of resistances and reactances. Okay, Vm voltage, uh, Im is the current, magnetizing current we can say here, R1m, X1m, E1 EMF induced, Xm, X2 dash, R2 dash. So R1m is the resistance of the main stator winding. Okay. X1m is the leakage reactance of main stator winding. Xm is the magnetizing reactance. R2 dash is the standstill rotor resistance referred to main stator winding. X2 dash is the standstill rotor leakage reactance referred to main stator winding. Vm is the applied voltage. Im is the main winding current. Core loss will be assumed to be lumped with the mechanical and stray losses as a part of the rotational losses of the rotor, and pulsating area flux in the motor at standstill will be resolved into two equal and opposite fluxes with the motor. So standstill impedance of each of the rotor referred to main stator winding can be given as R2 dash by 2 plus J into X2 dash by 2. Okay, this is the impedance value which we are finding out for the each of the rotor referred to the main stator winding. So rotor is referred to stator, then we are getting the impedance as R2 dash by 2 plus J into X2 dash by 2. So equivalent circuit of single phase single winding induction motor with standstill rotor is shown below. Here. Okay. So that was the equivalent circuit of single winding induction motor with standstill rotor. The forward and backward flux will induce a voltage EMF, E suffix MF and EMB respectively in the main stator winding. So the two voltages are produced forward and because of forward flux and backward flux, that is voltage EMF and voltage EMB respectively in the main stator winding. Okay. So EM will be the resultant induced voltage in the main winding. So EM is equal to what? Vector addition of EMF plus EMB. So EM is equal to EMF plus EMB. At standstill condition, EMF should be equal to EMB. So now with the help of an auxiliary winding, motor will be started. As the motor attains its normal speed, auxiliary winding will be removed and the effective rotor resistance of induction motor will depend upon the slip of the rotor. So this is the equivalent circuit diagram. These are the resistances and reactances R1M, X1M, EMF, EMP. Vector addition of these two is EM. So reactances are divided like this: Xm by 2, X2 dash by 2, R2 dash by 2 is the resistance. So this total is equal to ZF, and this forward impedance, and this is backward impedance, that is X2 dash by 2 plus J, R2 dash by 2 plus J, X2 dash by 2. This is for backward motor, this is forward motor. So in this circuit diagram, air gap portion will be split into two parts. First part will show the effect of forward rotating flux, and the second part will show the effect of backward rotating flux. So effective rotor resistance with respect to forward rotating flux is R2 dash by 2s, and with the respect to the backward rotating flux is R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus s. So when both the forward and backward slips are taken into account, equivalent circuit will be formed. So in this condition, motor is running on the main winding alone. So this is the equivalent circuit diagram now, okay, where we can see here earlier our resistance was only R2 dash, but now it is being changed to R2 dash by 2s here and R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus s here in the backward side, and forward side is R2 dash by 2s, okay. So rotor impedance representing the effect of forward field referred to the stator winding M is given by impedance shown below. That is R2 dash by 2s plus J X2 dash by 2 parallel with J XM by 2. So rotor impedance of a single phase induction motor representing the effect of backward field referred to the stator winding M is given by impedance shown below. That is, now the new impedance is equal to R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus S plus J into 1 by 2 X2 dash parallel with J XM by 2. So, what we can write, parallel means what? If two resistances are connected in parallel, resistances or impedances. So, how to write the equivalent resistance? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Or if it is impedances, Z1 Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. So what we are telling here, this entire term is in parallel with this term. So this into this by this plus this, okay. So R2 dash by 2s plus J 1 by 2 X2 dash into J 1 by 2 XM by R2 dash by 2s plus J 1 by 2 X2 dash plus J 1 by 2 XM, okay. This is forward side and this is backward side. So forward side you take into consideration R2 dash by 2s, backward side here see. So this is the, for forward side it is you take R2 dash by 2s plus J 1 by 2 X2 dash in parallel with J XM by 2, and backward side it is 2 into 2 minus S. So forward and backward both impedances we are writing here are like Z1 Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. So now this is the simplified equivalent circuit of a single phase induction motor with only its main winding energized, okay, as shown in the figure. So main winding is energized as shown in the figure. This is our simplified equivalent circuit diagram. So here Im is equal to Vm by Z1m plus Zf plus Zb, and above equation is the equation of the current in the stator winding. I hope the equivalent circuit is clear to everyone. So this is the final simplified equivalent circuit diagram which we are getting, okay. So R1m, X1m, and addition of these two is Z1m. Then EMF plus EMB, addition of these two is EM, and this is forward impedance, backward impedance, RF, XF, RB, XB, okay. So let us see the working principle of single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor consists of a single phase winding which is mounted on the stator of the motor and a cage winding placed on the rotor. So these are the outer part is stator and inside is rotor. Okay, this is the rotor shaft, this is the starting winding, and this is the main winding. So single phase induction motor will consist of a single phase winding which will be mounted on the stator of the motor and a cage winding placed on the rotor. Pulsating magnetic field will be produced when the stator winding of single phase induction motor is energized by a single phase supply. So word pulsating means that the field will build up in one direction, falls to zero, and then builds up in the opposite direction. So under these conditions, rotor of an induction motor will not rotate. Hence, single phase induction motor is not self-starting. It requires some starting means. Okay. So if one phase stator winding is excited and the rotor of the motor is rotated by auxiliary means, then the starting device is removed and the motor will continue to rotate in the direction in which it is started. So performance of single phase induction motor will be analyzed by two theories, double revolving field theory and cross field theory. So both the theories are similar and explain the reason for the production of torque when the rotor is rotating. So double revolving field theory of single phase induction motor states that pulsating magnetic field is resolved into two rotating magnetic fields. They are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So induction motor will respond to each of the magnetic fields separately. Net torque in the motor will be equal to the sum of the torque due to each of the two magnetic fields. So equation for alternating a magnetic field is B of alpha is equal to beta max sin omega t cos alpha, where beta max is the maximum value of the sinusoidally distributed air gap flux density produced by a properly distributed stator winding which is carrying an alternating current of frequency omega, and alpha is the space displacement angle measured from the axis of the stator winding. So sin A cos B is equal to, this is the formula we are substituting in this equation now, equation 1. Sin A cos B is half sin A minus B plus half sin A plus B. So substitute this in equation 1. This is the equation 1. So B of alpha is equal to half beta max sin omega t minus alpha plus half beta max sin omega t plus alpha. So first term of the right hand side of the equation 2. See first term of the this one, right hand side of the equation 2, that is half beta max sin omega t minus alpha, is representing the revolving field moving in the positive alpha direction. It is known as forward rotating field. Similarly, the second term shows revolving field moving in negative alpha direction and it is known as backward rotating field. Backward rotating field. So the direction in which the single phase motor is started initially is known as the positive direction. Both the revolving field rotates at the synchronous speed omega s is equal to 2 pi f in the opposite direction. So pulsating magnetic field will be resolved into two pulsating magnetic field will be resolved into two rotating magnetic fields. So both will be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction but at the same frequency. At standstill condition, induced voltages will be equal and opposite. As a result, two torques are equal and opposite. So net torque will be equal to 0 because they are equal and opposite in direction. So net torque will be equal to 0. So therefore, a single phase induction motor has no starting torque. Let us see the various differences between single phase and three phase induction motors. Single phase and three phase induction motor is differentiated on various factors such as supply on which they operate, their starting torque, maintenance, features, efficiency of motor, their power factors, and the example where the two motors are used. So let us see the differences between single phase and three phase induction motor as shown in the tabulated form. So on the basis of supply, single phase induction motor will use single phase supply for its operation, whereas three phase induction motor will use three phase supply for its operation. So when we see the starting torque will be low for single phase induction motor and it is high for three phase induction motor. So when we see on the basis of maintenance, single phase induction motors are easy to repair and maintain and three phase induction motor are difficult to repair and maintain. Features: simple in construction. Single phase induction motors are simple in construction, reliable and economical as compared to three phase induction motors. Three phase induction motors are complex in construction and costlier. Efficiency is less in single phase induction motor and efficiency is high in three phase induction motors. Power factor is low in single phase induction motor. Power factor is high in three phase induction motors. Examples: they are mostly used in domestic appliances such as mixer, grinder, fans, compressors, etc. Three phase induction motors are mostly used in industries. Induction motor is an asynchronous motor as they do not run at the synchronous speed. Single phase induction motor work on the single phase supply power and it is not self starting. Three phase induction motor works on three phase power supply mains and it is self starting motor. Single phase induction motor will use single phase supply for its operation, and three phase motor will use three phase supply. Starting torque of single phase induction motor is low, whereas the starting torque of three phase induction motor is high. And single phase induction motors are easy to repair and maintain, but the maintenance of three phase induction motors is difficult. And single phase induction motors are simple in construction, reliable and economical as compared to three phase induction motors. Efficiency of single phase induction motor is low, whereas efficiency of three phase induction motor will be high. Power factor of single phase induction motor is low as compared to that of three phase induction motor. Single phase induction motors are mostly used in domestic appliances such as mixer, grinder, fans, compressor, etc. Three phase induction motors are mostly used in industries. Thank you everyone for watching the video. So, so today's class we have learned a very important concept of equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor. So it is important for long answers. You may get LAQs on equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor. So you have to draw, students, all the equivalent circuit diagrams, and at last you have to draw the simplified one and mention the what R is representing, what X is representing, what Z is representing. So equivalent circuit is obtained by two methods, that is double revolving and cross field theory. And so what we consider to obtain the equivalent circuit, we have considered a case where rotor is stationary and main winding is excited. So it is acting as a single phase transformer with secondary short circuited. Then we have seen the equivalent circuit of the single phase motor with only main winding energized. Okay, this is the circuit diagram, equivalent circuit diagram. Then what is RM1? RM1 is representing the resistance of main stator winding. X1 is the leakage reactance of main stator winding. XM is the magnetizing reactance. R2 dash is the standstill rotor resistance referred to main stator winding. X2 dash is the standstill rotor leakage reactance referred to main stator winding. VM is applied voltage and IM is the main winding current. Core loss will be assumed to be lumped with the mechanical and stray losses as part of rotational losses. Pulsating air gap flux at standstill will be resolved into two equal and opposite fluxes, and standstill impedance of each rotor referred to main stator winding is given as R2 dash by 2 plus JX2 dash by 2. Then we have seen that forward and backward fluxes will induce their own EMFs, EMF and EMB in the main stator winding, and the resultant will be equal to addition of these two. So, with the help of auxiliary winding, motor will be started and motor attains its normal speed. Auxiliary winding will be removed. Effective rotor resistance of induction motor will depend on the slip of the rotor. So, this is the circuit diagram, equivalent circuit diagram which we obtained now. Okay, forward rotor and backward rotor, both we are drawing here, ZF and ZB. Forward impedance and backward impedance. And resistances and reactances will be R2 dash by 2, X2 dash by 2. And XM by 2, XM by 2 here, and EMF plus EMB is EM. Okay, then we have seen that air gap portion will be split into two parts. First part will show the effect of forward rotating flux, and second part will show the effect of backward rotating flux. So effective rotor resistance with respect to forward rotating flux is R2 dash by 2s, and with respect to backward rotating flux is R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus s. So when both the forward and backward slips are taken into account, equivalent circuit will be formed as below. And we are taking into consideration only main winding. So this is the equivalent circuit diagram. Okay. So X2 dash by 2, R2 dash by 2s is the forward side reactance and resistances, and backward side it is X2 dash by 2 by X2 dash by 2 and R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus s. Then we have seen that rotor impedance representing the effect of forward field referred to stator winding will be Z impedance is equal to R2 dash by 2s plus J into 1 by 2 X2 dash parallel with JXM by 2, and for backward it is R2 dash by 2 into 2 minus s plus J into 1 by 2 X2 dash in parallel with J into 1 by 2 XM. Then we have found out ZF. ZF will be what? Z1 Z2 by Z, like that. Okay. Similarly we got here ZF and ZB. Then finally drawing the simplified equivalent circuit of induction motor with only main winding energized as shown below. Okay, this is very very important, students. All of you should remember this point. Okay, so I hope today's class is clear to everyone. uh, Thanks for watching the video.